I've noticed something interesting. They seem to have this like bizarre idea that when other people, but also Andrew Tate, talks about 18 and 19-year-olds being the best girls, lots of people and lots of red pillars seem to think that people are outraged on behalf of older women. I'd like to just explain something to you and set something straight. Okay. You guys think all these older women can't stand not being desirable, so they hate it that men want the teenagers, and that's what's driving the rage toward this. Like, it seems to be that you think it's older women's jealousy of younger women that's pushing this, whereas I would say it's older women's understanding of and protective instincts towards younger women. Actually, that's what's pushing this. The problem I have is not what's being said about older women. Is it rude? Yes. Does it make me furious? Not really.
I just think in general, a 25-year-old woman obviously has had more experience than an 18-year-old woman, and some men prefer that, some men don't like that, and I think that's completely fine.
You know what I would like? Please, can we stop describing teenagers as women? I know technically, legally they are, but I hear the phrase 18-year-old woman and it sounds like an oxymoron. Same with 18-year-old man. It sounds ridiculous, because it is. See, my youngest sister just turned 18, and she's a lot of things. She's smart, responsible, mature, talented, independent, can probably take care of herself fairly well, is capable of verbally tearing someone apart, is also incredibly irritating. Sure, she's all those things. She is many, many things. But a woman is not one of them. Not yet. Legally. But in reality, she is not a woman. She is a girl. All her friends? They're girls. She's still at school. She still has to wear a school uniform and put her hand up if she wants to go to the toilet. I feel like the people who are saying they just don't know any like 18 or 19-year-olds. Or they've only come across them like in a club when they're all glammed up and trying to pretend that they're adults when they're just not, and they're fucking pretending that they're more mature and older than they are. Are any of you seriously telling me that you would look at a group of 18-year-olds? Like after school, there's a group of 18-year-olds, 18-year-old kids hanging out. Are you seriously telling me you would look at a group of 18-year-olds and describe them as a group of women? I blame Americans for casting people in their late 20s as high schoolers. Now everyone has a warped perception of what real teenagers look and act like. So you can stop with the disingenuous bullshit that people are just angry that Tate is attracted to fertility and youth. No. The reason people are angry is because he talks about how if they're 18 or 19 years old, they're easier to mentally control. You guys then try to flip that like the scummy little liars you are. No, he didn't mean that. He's just saying that girls that age are sweeter and nicer and prettier because they're younger and they haven't had time to turn into feminists yet. Fucking bullshit. That's not why he goes for them. He goes for them because they are easier to control. He has said that several times. Sugarcoat it however you want, you degenerate fucks. But we all know that's why. He has said that's why. And if you are still denying that, given everything else he has said, you are so, so dishonest. Childlike is what he means. The younger you are, the more gullible you are. Can't believe some of you idiots needed Tate to come along and tell you that. Young girls are really high in agreeability. They find it really hard to say no, especially if someone is being nice, even if they don't want to do something, even if they're feeling incredibly uncomfortable. Andrew Tate knows that. I myself have struggled with that. It's something most women I know only learn to cope with in their 20s, and I think that's the actual reason that Andrew Tate likes teenagers. To exploit them. He literally said it himself in that clip you watched there, you stupid. But you'll just deny it and lie for him even when he's not even covering for himself. This is what I meant in the past when I've said that Tate doesn't understand women. He doesn't. He understands how to manipulate girls. I think he understands how to manipulate girls very well. Do you have a younger sister, Leia? Just turned 18? I'm going to guess that you don't. I don't think you would be coping so hard for Tate if you did. because I'll describe that feeling of hearing someone in his 30s talk about how he manipulates girls the same age as my baby sister into doing camgirl work, how he chooses them specifically because they are so naive and trusting and easy to mindfuck. It's a primordial rage I didn't know I had in me until it bubbled up from somewhere deep, a disgust that I feel with every inch of my being, and it has everything to do with a protective love over how vulnerable and stupid and young I know 18-year-olds are, and nothing to do with being upset that I might be too old for the creepy man with a camera.